Salve a tutti, vado ad illustrarvi la lezione da me preparata per questo modulo. Il titolo è The History of the English Language, a Short History of the Origins and Development of English. La classe a cui la indirizzo è una terza liceale. Il valore è quello di far conoscere agli studenti l'evoluzione della lingua inglese. Il materiale usato invece è l'esposizione a voce e video trovati su YouTube. Okay, let's start with our lesson. The history of the English language really started with the arrival of three Germanic tribes who invaded Britain during the 5th century AD. These tribes were the Angles, the Saxons, and the Jutes. At that time, the inhabitants of Britain spoke a Celtic or Celtic language. The Angles came from England, and their language was called English, from which the words England and English are derived. English was divided into Old English, Middle English, Early Modern English, and Late Modern English. Old English was spoken until around 1100. It did not sound or look like English today. Native English speakers now would have great difficulty understanding it. About half of the most commonly used words in modern English have Old English roots. Words like be, strong, and water, for example, derive from Old English. Beowulf is a poem written in Old English, and now we'll watch a video from YouTube and we can listen to the prologue of the Beowulf in Old English.
Quite we gardena in jardagum, teut kuninga thrunge frunen, hota ethelinga sellen fremedal. Of shield shaving, jedra thretum, monigum magnum, majus after. So the erlas, Susan erst where fellshift funded. Heitas frovery bad, waves in the wolknum, earthminum sa. Als dat him elk woenstere unsittendra of a grunrade huur en shoulder kom by Jylland, that was good tuning. Dan ever a west that again in dongen jargon van de gods in de volke to frofre, puur en zaken ongejaard had hij adem van idolaas in lang him tas Freya, Wolders Weld and wool out of Borea, Beowulf West Bremer, Black Weed sprang, Shield the Zebra, Schilland of me. Swasja Junguma, Gold Bewirchen, from Beowulf gift man verre bermen, verheen on Ulde Efke Wonigen, Wilges Seeds, van de Wikume Laudige Lasten, Locht uit hem shell en meistige quere, man gedeel. Ik ga shoot go out to guest of wheeler, Bella Grof Veran on Fredan Were. He hunes a Ephron to Bremer's father, swears to Gesidas. Swahe self a bad, den wald om weld, weene schuldiga, lef land vermaag lange achter. De aardhuite stoot gringen stefna, is ik er nu voels effelinges ver.
In 1066, William the Conqueror, the Duke of Normandy, Normandy is a part of modern France, invaded and conquered England. The new conquerors were called the Normans. They brought with them a kind of French which became the language of the royal court, the ruling and business classes. For a period there was a kind of linguistic class division, where the lower classes spoke English and the upper classes spoke French. In the 14th century, English became dominant in Britain again, but with many French words added. This language is called Middle English. It was the language of the great poet Chaucer, but it would still be difficult for native English speakers to understand today. Chaucer wrote Canterbury Tales, and now we'll watch and listen to a video where we can hear the voice of a reader that reads the prologue to the Canterbury Tales.
When that April, with his showres sorter, the drocht of March hath persed to the roter, and bathed every vine in switch liqueur, of which virtue engendred is the flower. When Zephyrus, eke with his sweeter breath, inspired hath in every holt and heath the tendre cropes, and the younge sonne hath in the ram his halve course runne. And smalle fooles maken melodie, that slepen al de nicht with open eie. So pricketh hem natuur in hier courages. Then longen volk to goon on pilgrimages, and palmers for to seken stranger strondes to ferne halwes, cool thin sundre londes. And specially from every sheeries ender of England to Canterbury thy wende, the holy blissful martyr for to seke, that him hath holpen when that thy was seke.
From the 16th century, the British had contact with many people from around the world. The invention of printing also meant that there was now a common language in print. Books became cheaper and more people learned to read. Printing also brought standardization to English. Spelling and grammar became fixed, and in the dialect of London became the standard. In 1604, the first English dictionary was published. The best example of a modern English is Hamlet's famous "to be or not to be" lines, written by Shakespeare. Let's go and watch the video.
The To Be or Not to Be soliloquy from the play Hamlet by William Shakespeare. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing end them. To die, to sleep no more, and by a sleep to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to the consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep, perchance to dream, aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of disprized love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietus make with a bare bodkin? Who would fardels bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death The undiscovered country, from whose bourne no traveller returns, puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have, than fly to others that we know not of. Thus conscience does make cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is sicklied o'er with the pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pitch and moment, with disregard their currents turn awry, and lose the name of action.
Now it's your turn. Compare the tape scripts of the 3 parts you have listened to and make a list of words we still use today. You can find the tape script here. Thank you for attention. Bye.